Hi, Zeus here. I've had an extremely good start to season 52 of Warships. Been on the global leaderboard the entire time from the first few minutes, and just went on a 8 times win streak to further extend my advance into the global leaderboard. And I want to show you how I did it in my tech tree, and also I want to show you a fight with the chicken. So I've got a 6 times win streak going, and I'm going to try to extend that, trying to get to level 17, and finally we got matched up with a 3-engine opponent. This is a different kind of a base. I'm going to put down clone riflemen, and then as soon as those 2 sniper towers are gone, I'm going to put down some explosive drones. And part of my success here is the Grens clone rifleman meta. Once the all-heavy rush is stopped by your base being dirty enough, the Grens are the fastest way to clear the base, and you support them with 2 boats of clone riflemen and these explosive drones and the CrystalCritters. Now, I wait on the second boat of clone riflemen usually. In this case, that's working out really well. The first boat clears and goes to the right, and on this base, the second boat has cleared and gone to the middle, which speeds up the attack quite a bit. And as I encounter a flamethrower, I'm using the CrystalCritters to heal my clones, or the Grenadiers, if they get hit by something. And as I have the ability to throw down explosive drones, if there's a flamethrower or a mortar in the way, sometimes a machine gun, I'll throw down the explosive drones. Now, the key with the explosive drones is they go down on a 2-second delay. Sometimes you can use them like I just did there to distract a cannon. And part of the key with winning with the Grenadiers is you have to have them close enough to the thing that you're attacking. Like here, I just flared right next to the HQ, and unfortunately they'll take out the defenses and not the HQ right away if you don't flare to it, but it doesn't appear to have mattered. And I beat the chicken 22 points. Oh my gosh, that is pretty awesome. All right, so I'm going to savor that victory for just a moment, and then we're going to continue on. Let's see how the chicken managed to fizzle on my base. Not sure what went wrong for him, but let's take a look. Maybe we can figure out what he did wrong. Now, you'll notice my base is designed to be sort of an anti-Gren base, right? So he's coming at me with all clone riflemen, and instead of holding any back, he's thrown them down all together all at the beginning, and then he didn't flare here. He wanted his clone riflemen to go to the left, which honestly I think is a bit of a mistake. I would rather mass them all together. And so far he hasn't used any explosive drones to speed up his attack. And he's using CrystalCritters almost exclusive. There he finally threw down some explosive drones. And he's not using the explosive drones correctly. You have to throw the explosive drones down behind your troops, your leading troops, because for 2 seconds, they don't do anything. And, well, and there he fizzled. So, if he had hit my flamethrower and machine gun with some explosive drones, he probably could have cleared the base. Might have won. Well, anyway, so much for the chicken's attempt on my base. He's not alone. The base is very well designed, and many people do fizzle on the base. So let me show you, why. So I've got these weapons, the defenses, spread out at the beginning, so the Grenadiers can't really focus in on them. Grenadiers are very effective on defenses that are concentrated. So you're going to have to use riflemen, clone riflemen, to take down more quickly those defenses. All right, so here I'm going to show you some of the attacks in the gold tier that got me to where I am right now. And again, I land all the Grenadiers in one spot, so they're attacking towards mass defenses. Because this base was designed sort of on a triangle at the beginning, and the Grenadiers can quickly destroy it. Now, because this engine is all by itself, I did throw down explosive drones to try to hasten its demise. And here again, with the, you'll notice there, I've flared, and again, I used the CrystalCritters this time as a distraction for the cannon. There's already some riflemen there, so I flared right next to that cannon and took down the HQ. All right, now here's a base that's very much like my base. And this time I'm going to attack it with landing both of the clone riflemen at the start. And then they're going to drift down. Now I used some CrystalCritters, just like the chicken did, to try to clear some of the base to get rid of the mines. But I'm more focused on using the explosive drones to take down defenses that are going to kill a lot of clone riflemen. Now, as you're approaching this rear edge, you've got to figure out how to get your clone riflemen ahead of your Grenadiers, or something like explosive drones ahead of your Grenadiers, so that you can more quickly eliminate the defenses along the back edge. Now here is an attack against a 4-engine base that I won, and I think I won because he fizzled on my base. I used some CrystalCritters to clear some mines that my Grenadiers may not get to. And here my Grenadiers are very effective because of the concentrated defenses, but I threw down some explosive drones to speed the demise of those defenses. Now I got a flare here because I want all of the Grenadiers together and attacking this group of defenses in the far right rear. And something like that cannon takes a long time to clear because there's very few clone riflemen left, and the Grenadiers are very bad at taking down a single defense. Now, as soon as this engine goes down, I want to flare over there with all the Grenadiers to come round to the other side, but I have to take down this cannon first, unfortunately, that was very well placed there. And then I'm going to flare again, and by doing this, the Grenadiers are lined up against all three of those defensive weapons and the engine all at the same time. And now I'm going to finish the attack. Now I already know that this guy has fizzled on my base at this point, so I'm just taking it easy. If I was still actively fighting him, I would have flared right next to the last engine. All right, I want to show you the tech tree I'm using, so I'm going to focus on the things that I haven't fully upgraded or opened. I've got explosive drones on level 3. I'd really like to get them to level 4. Shock mine and boom mine are on level 4. I've got the gunboat on level 2. There's a few defensive nodes that I haven't opened. A GBE node that I haven't opened. The sniper towers on level 4. CrystalCritters are on level 1. Probably need to boost that up a few because you can get some more if you do. I've not opened heavies or the troop health node. And I have the keys to open medics, but I'm not going to use them. And then with the next chest, I can go 4 engines and then on to boom camp, gunboat energy. Now, got a question, do I move forward with tank and shock launcher and then go straight to 5 engines? Or do I do the detour and go up to Zukas? I'm being told right now that Zukas is the better path. All right, I'm going to show you some more gold tier combat. This is a very typical kind of a base, at least on the landing area. And again, what I'm doing is I'm throwing down 3 explosive drones to take out the most dangerous weapons, And then as soon as I've almost cleared all of those initial defenses, I throw in the second boat of clone riflemen on the far left so that they drift in and keep the screen in front of my grenadiers. The key of the clone riflemen is they do some damage, they do clear defenses, but most importantly, they take the brunt of the attack and keep any mortars or sniper towers or cannons, anything that can affect the grenadiers from hitting them, right? Now, something like that single machine gun there is very hard for grenadiers to precisely take down. That's why the clone riflemen are really useful if they can last that long. And here I've thrown down some CrystalCritters to distract the cannon and the machine gun at the beginning while the grenadiers finish the base. I did do a flare there to the left to avoid having to take down some cannons that would have taken quite a while to take down. Here's another attack. Again, I targeted the machine gun, the mortar, and the other machine gun with explosive drones. This base has a second line of straight line defense, which again is pretty tough for the grenadiers to effectively clear, and that's why the clone rifleman can be so helpful in speeding up your attack. The grenadiers are meanwhile going to throw through the defenses and take down all the mines, shock mines, boom mines that are behind and ahead of the clone rifleman. And here he got a flare and then finish the clearing of those few defenses and take down the last engine. Now this next base has the same kind of defenses on the landing zone, but if you look beyond, it's quite different, and I'm going to delay putting down the second boat of clone riflemen because I want them to go all the way to the left and take out the sniper towers and the mortar while the rest of the troops are drifting to the right and taking down the engine and the other defenses there. And by doing that, I clear this base a lot faster than otherwise. Now, one downside of it is I lose a bunch of clone riflemen that won't respond to a flare, which just go down the left side and don't really accomplish very much. But I am quickly getting into position, and by putting an aggressive flare to get the grenadiers closer to the core, I beat the base faster than my opponent. The next battle I actually lost. I'm not going to show you that because it's not something to recommend that you do. But here is another one that's got more of a spread out situation. And again, the clone riflemen are very helpful in speeding the grenadiers' path through this base. The rear defenses being spread out like that mean that a flare to the rear with the grenadiers is really helpful. And here's a base very much like the first one that I beat. So I'm not going to show you the battle. I'm going to skip on to the next one. And the final battle I'm going to show you against a base that's a bit spread out and somewhat concentrated, but it shows you all of the different techniques that I'm using. I'm using explosive drones to take out defenses. I'm flaring the grenadiers close to concentrated defenses. And then just as I was wrapping up this video, I did one more battle to try to see if I could find another 3-engine player, and I actually was not only successful in finding a 3-engine player, but beat him and achieved level 17, extended my win streak to 8 times. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We have over 200 videos on a variety of Boom Beach topics. And please give this video a like. It'll help us build our channel. And thanks as always to Hercules for help with the video editing.